And as always, if views and comments are welcome via social media. Search for Joy News on Facebook and drop your comments. If you are on Twitter, search for Joy News on TV. Drop your comments with the hashtag The Pulse. We share your thoughts with the rest of the world. And we start off from the northern region where the Savelugu office of the Electoral Commission has seen its essential information taken as thieves have stolen 4 computers and other devices. This comes just hours after the commission completed the limited voter registration exercise across the country. Martina Bugre is our correspondent in the northern region following this particular story and joins me on the line. Martina, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Francis.
So what happened?
I'm speaking to the EC technician who was available at the time I went there. He said after close of work yesterday, they gathered the machines into the offices and closed home. But this morning, when he came to transmit the data to the headquarters, he noticed that all the machines were gone. He said 2 laptops and 2 desktops, including the accessories, were all taken. So I went to the offices. You get to the office is locked with a padlock. The door is intact. But when you go behind the offices, you notice that some 3 louvers had been removed. And the netting also pulls up. And then you can just peep through and see what's inside the office. You notice that things are scattered around in the office, and eventually there's nothing in the office again. One thing I also noticed was that there were motorbike marks behind the office. It rained some few days ago, and so the place is so wet, you can see the marks of the motorbike. But it's not too clear. You can't see footprints, but you can see the motorbike, the marks of the motorbike.
Okay.
Francis.
Martina, tell me something. Is this building in a secluded area, far from people in the town, so if anyone who goes there could not be seen?
It is directly behind the district, the Savelugu Municipal Assembly. It is shaped in a 4 sides with a gate to the entrance. And so when you go into the building, you take the left and then you walk to the end. And there's another corner. It's in a very cornered place, separated from the rest, even though there are other offices in that stretch. But it's kind of a bit from the entrance. And so you have to go inside and then take a turn before you can get to where the EC offices is.
Okay.
And so it's possible that someone can be around there unless you are aware there are people around. You may not notice the person.
I see. So that brings me to security, Martina. You've been there yourself. Does the commission have security personnel around the building?
They share the building with a lot of officers. We saw somebody outside. We assumed it's the security, but specifically for the EC, I am not sure they have a security person. Because when I asked the man whether they have somebody who was taking care of the place, he said no.
Okay, let's assess what's been lost here. We know of 4 computers. Is there more to this list?
He mentioned printers as well, and some other things they use to transmit their work, and eventually the tools they use for the limited registration exercise.
I see. And for this information they have on these drives on the computers, do they have backup for them?
Yes. When I spoke to him, he said all they needed to do was to get to any of their nearest offices, and they'll be able to transmit the data to the headquarters.
Okay. Now, how is this affecting work at the office as we speak, Martina?
The office is locked. There's no one in the office. They've been moved to the assembly hall of the the municipal office, and so they were in the municipal office assembly hall working.
Okay. And speaking to these officials there at the Electoral Commission, beyond the fact that they've been robbed, what else did they tell you?
All I was told was that the matter has been reported to the police, and I also spoke to the police, and they say that the issue has come to their notice and they began investigations.
All right. I can imagine that for this kind of office, they will have worked closely with the political parties during the 11 days of the limited voter registration exercise. Have you had any response or any reactions as yet on this matter, Martina? It seems we've lost Martina on the line. I will try and re-establish contact with him and also speak to the Northern Regional Electoral Commission on this latest development and what they're also doing in dealing with the situation. We already know that the police are doing the best they can in looking into this matter to ascertain who are the individuals who stormed the Savelugu office of the Electoral Commission to do this. We can now speak to the Northern Regional Director of the Electoral Commission, Mr. Bruce AC. Good afternoon to you, Mr. AC.
Good afternoon, sir.
Right. So, what is your regional office informed of this incident?
Come again, sir.
I'm asking whether your office has been informed of this incident and what you know about it.
Yes, the regional office has been duly informed of the burglary that took place in the Electoral Commission's office in Savelugu.
Okay. Now, what have you been told? What's the briefing you have?
Well, I'm told that I think the incident happened overnight. This morning, when the officials went to the district office, they realized that the office was burgled. And we lost some computer units in the process.
And I imagine that for these computer units, you do store information on it. What kind of information do you have on these computer units?
The computer units are part of the VMS system. The VMS is the voter management system, which is installed in the district office for transmission of data from the district to the AC headquarters.
Okay.
And for that purpose, the equipment or the system was indeed used for the export or transfer of the registration data from Savelugu to our database.
All right. Now, for this information that those who came to rob the place have, how sensitive or how dangerous is it in the hands of those who don't work with the Electoral Commission?
Well, I should say that it's a very unfortunate incident and development. But as far as the security of our data is concerned, I think we aren't going to be affected in the sense that the VMS is used as a transmission line or conduit pipe, if I'll put it that way, to enable data to be sent to the database at EC headquarters. Now, when the data is transmitted, it's instantly captured or downloaded onto or into the database. So we don't lose any data at all.
Okay. You say you don't lose data, but the question I'm asking, sir, is this. If anyone who does not work with the Electoral Commission lays his hands on this information, on these drives, what can he do with it?
Well, I don't think I can, I'm sorry, I don't think I can answer that question because it's up to the person, who has the motive or, who was motivated to perpetrate such a crime to answer, I believe.
I ask that because in every election, there are interested parties. There are political parties who are looking to win power. There are so many elements at play here. And that's why I'm asking, sir, if any political party, hypothetically, gets hold of this information, what can that party do with it?
Well, I think the experts, computer experts, should be able to provide us with answers with this. I will not claim to be competent as far as computers are concerned. So at this stage, I should say, unfortunately, though, that I don't think I'm competent enough to discuss
respond to that. That's fine.
Issues.
That's fine. For the police, we know that they've already begun their investigations. It's been a couple of hours since this happened. Any word from them on what they've picked up so far?
Well, I believe the police are still investigating, and I believe for any responses in that respect, I think the police would be available to respond to such an issue.
Okay. Is this the first time your office in the region has been attacked like this?
Well, I think some time ago, our office in Tolong was attacked or was broken into, but nothing of this sort was stolen, if I'm correct.
All right. So in view of that, if this has happened before, never mind, nothing was taken. What's the security arrangements you've put in place to ensure that in the future we don't see this recur?
We are liaising with the police to see the way forward in that respect.
Okay. And for your staff, what's the routine for them? Because indeed security is important.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're going to reappraise our security system, and as I said already, we are liaising with the police to see how best to deal with the situation.
For now, as this data is gone for your office at Savelugu, are they able to work? Are they able to go about their normal duties?
Yeah, I think they should. They should. What is left to be done is to export or transfer the remaining data to headquarters. But I think alternative arrangements could be made for that to be done.
Okay. Final question, Mr. Isi. For the Savelugu area, how many individuals were expected to register in this exercise over the past 11 days?
I don't have the figures readily available at the moment.
You don't have the estimate even?
You mean the estimate?
You mean, I mean estimate, sir. The range you were expecting.
No, I don't have that at the moment, please.
Okay, all right. Mr. Bruce, you see, thank you so much for speaking to us this afternoon. The regional director of the Electoral Commission, telling us more about that incident that happened at the Savelugu office of the Electoral Commission.